You're the future of Mary Kay. Well, I am super excited, totally ignited, leading with enthusiasm, passion, and show fashion. Leading women is my vision. Electric and eclectic, this you can expect it. Success is my look. My name is Ashlee Crook. Today I'm going to be talking to you. Oh yeah? Do you all have a commercial about yourself? Do you have an intro that's powerful and successful? It doesn't have to rhyme. It doesn't have to be all fancy, but it has to be something that is about you, that you can introduce yourself to your skincare classes, or when you're out and presenting yourself somewhere. And you know, it's so important to have that. We have such good things in being first impressions, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that today. I have this fantastic quote that I love, and you may have heard it before. My friends were all shocked when I told them my plan. My family said, "What?" But I took a strong stand. I closed up my ears, and I led with my heart, lead the way. And I made the decision to do Mary Kay. It wasn't all easy, but I had lots of fun. And there were surprises, but when they saw what I won,
can you hold this for me?
The ladders, the ribbons, the diamonds and beads, they were all about fainted when I picked up my keys.
My arms are getting tired.
And now when they see me, who cares what they think? Because deep down inside, my blood runs pink. You know, you are brand champions. We are Mary Kay to those that need us. And when we're out and about doing our skincare classes, we're the ones that are representing Mary Kay, and that is so important for us. It is so key because you never know what first impression you're going to give off. And we are a successful, wonderful group of women and an amazing company to work for. You know, my biggest dream, I have 2 little girls. Just quickly about me, I have a 3-year-old and I have a 4-month-old. And my husband is in the military and we move all the time. In fact, in the last 7 years I've been in Mary Kay, we've moved 3 times. So I've had to restart my business so many different times, and everywhere I go, I am the Mary Kay lady. And it's taken me about a year to establish that. You know, it really does take you a good, solid year to become the woman that you want them to know you as in your community. And so don't give up. But that first impression of being a brand champion. And what we're going to talk about today is, you know, Mary Kay has got so many rewarding opportunities and an irresistible, irreplaceable product. When I came into Mary Kay, I had type 2 cystic acne. I had the worst acne that I did tetracycline, monocycline, proactive, everything. Even did Accutane twice. And nothing seemed to clear my skin up. So when I tried it, I loved it. And oh, my skin looked good. Don't you think? So I thought, if I could share the product, I would change a face. If I shared the opportunity, I would change a life. And that was so drilled into me with my sales director. Share the product, change a face. Share the opportunity, change a life. And so I wanted to be a brand champion. I wanted to share, to go farther, and to give the representation for Mary Kay that they so deserve. And have a really positive impact on our community. And what we're going to be talking about is, you know, when you're a brand champion, it involves your identity and your integrity. And it also affects the personality of how people view Mary Kay. So it's so important for us to perceive and give off that good representation. And you are CEOs of your business. Do you realize that? You're all the different levels in your business. You're the CEO. The CEO is the visionary person. The one that has the big dreams, the one that sees a difference. You know, when you sign up your beauty consultant agreement, what did you want to get out of it? What did that box hold in store for you? Did it hold diamonds, keys, trips, debt-free? What? Nobody signs a sales agreement for just to sign it. They sign it because they want to be successful. And so as a CEO, you have to think big. And you never talk about that lady that Let me tell you today, I have an 8 to 5 gal, and I didn't even pack my bag for Crook conference. And so Mary Kay is so amazing. Take the girdle off your head and think, what do you deserve? It's okay to think big, and it's okay to give yourself all that you want and you dream. It doesn't, having money is not a bad thing. You have to be the brand champion, though. You have to be the Mary Kay. You have to be that CEO. So dream big. The next thing you are is you're the worker bee, right? The worker bee is the one that goes to work, is the one that's doing the warm chattering, is the one that is booking those coaching calls, is the one that is increasing your skincare classes. She's the one that is going to get things done. And then, of course, you're the secretary. You got to work smart with your business. Are you scheduling yourself in appropriate ways? As a doctor's office, just when you go to see them and they go for your follow-up, your doctor doesn't say, well, would it be okay if we see you sometime this month? They say, no, I need to see you back in 2 weeks. Go see the receptionist. The receptionist says, okay, great, I've got Thursday or Friday available for you. Which works best? They don't ask you when it's good or convenient for you. They give you 2 times. That's what you do. You're the secretary of your business. So I know, I'm breastfeeding a little 4-month-old. Oh my goodness, my boobs were growing so big last night when I was sitting in there. Oh, man, if my husband could have seen me then. And I have to breastfeed my baby every 3 hours. So I know, and sometimes I pump and I go a little bit, but I know that I have to work my schedule in between those times. So the secretary, which is me, and she's fantastic, she knows when I'm supposed to work and when I have family time and when I have husband time. And so I can get all those things all in there. And so the secretary is great. And then you've got the janitor, right? The janitor is the one that does the cleaning of your mirrors, the stacking, things of your trays. Hire that person, okay? You need to know how to do it initially. But if you're doing it right now, hire a teenager to come work for you. I have a little girl that works for me every Thursday, and she works for $2.50 an hour or $5 in product. You will be surprised because people want to be in your space. You are Mary Kay to them. Even if you're not a pink Cadillac sales director, even if you're not a red jacket or you're not where you think you want to be, you are Mary Kay to them. When I first started Mary Kay, I was driving an Oldsmobile Tornado, a 76 with shag carpeting. Oh, yeah. And I saw those pink Cadillac sales directors, and I would step into the car with my family shoes, which were really, well, actually, I'll tell you a quick story. So I'm standing in line at seminar. I'm getting off target. And I'm standing behind this national sales director, and I looked down at her shoes, and this was my very first event with Mary Kay, and I said, oh, I love your shoes. She goes, thanks, honey, Prada. I'd never heard of that before. I didn't know what that was. So I associated P with Prada. So I proudly displayed my shoes, and I said, Payless. But you know what that national sales director said? She said, oh my goodness, they are beautiful. And she made me feel like $1 million. And so, you know what, I walked around my very first year, I wore the exact same outfit, which was this horrible, hideous wool coat that I got on the clearance rack at Walmart. It was $7, and it looked like a shag carpet that had rainbow colors thrown up onto a blazer. It was fantastic. But I started my business in Georgia, so we're super hot. But I wore that in a black pencil skirt, and literally the only thing that changed was my underwear and my bra. I wore it every single day until it started to stink. And, I would get into that Oldsmobile Tornado, and I would picture myself wrapping my fingers around that pink Cadillac. In fact, I had a pink Cadillac poster everywhere in my house. It was even above my bed when I would wake up. I'd wake up to it, and I'd go to sleep to it. And my husband was like, oh, honey. I said, well, there's not going to be a mirror up there. But you know what? That pink Cadillac is in my driveway. And it is such a fun thing to be able to visualize. But that's the CEO of me, right? And so when you get people to help you, get them on board, be that brand champion. Mary Kay has such amazing philosophies. I can't tell you how great it is to be a business owner. You all know your business owners, right? You are small, independent business owners. I think that's so fun. I love putting that on my Facebook page. I love being able to go back to my high school reunions or anything and say, I'm a business owner. And sometimes people will scoff at you and say, oh, Mary Kay. But I say, I wouldn't trade my paycheck for yours. I wouldn't say that. I think that in my head. But it's a life I didn't exactly imagine for myself, and I love what it has given us. You know, I was a firefighter before I got into marriage, a total tomboy. I wore tennis shoes to my wedding, rented my wedding dress, and coming into a business like this would have scared the poopity out of me, and it did. In fact, my first 2 months, I didn't do a single thing. I did a power stop, and I didn't even know what that was. But my sales director said a simple thing. Listen to your sales director, get a prize, make some money. Listen to your sales director, get a prize, make some money. Oh, what is it?
Listen to your sales director, make some money.
You know what? And she was dripping in diamonds, and she was $1 million sales director. And I said, if she can do it, I'm teachable and I'm coachable, and I can do this. And so I wanted to be a brand champion because when she pulled up, she was Mary Kay to me. A lot of us in this room, none of us have been able to actually personally meet Mary Kay. We have to be those legacy. We have to be the women that are going to make the difference and profess and do what she wanted us to do. That's why you all look so sugar sharp with your pantyhose and your fabulous skirt. And I got some Spanx on, and they're like one size too small for me. That's why I'm standing so straight. But I'm a brand champion, and I dress for success. And even though I was wearing that fabulous polyester, horrible thrown-up rug on me every day in Georgia, I still looked successful. And people wondered why. Why do you dress up? Because I'm a business owner. I'm a CEO. Don't you love it when you go to seminar or you go to places like this and everybody sees you walking in? You know, downstairs in the lobby this morning, there was all the kids. I don't know what they've got going on, but they were like, "Oh, nice sash." And I was like, "Thank you." Who gets to wear a sash at the CEO, you know, when they come into work one day? I do. My girls like to steal the tiaras from the meetings and drive home with them. It's fantastic. You know, and that's what we are. We're brand champions. We decide what we're going to do with our Mary Kay. And our first impression is so important. You know, an airline was hiring some people. So they had 30 applicants coming. And they said, all right, well, everyone, welcome so much. We're so excited to get you here. What we're going to have you do is you each have 5 minutes to prepare a skit. You're going to go up on the stage, and we want you to represent our airline. Show us through your skit how you're going to give customer service to everyone. And the top 5 best performers are going to be the ones that are going to take the job. There's 30 of you, and there's only 5 positions. Okay, get started. Well, the ladies were just about, they had no idea what they're going to do, so scared. So all of them went up one by one, and they did their performance. And at the end, they said, congratulations, thank you, ladies, you all did such a spectacular job. The 5 people are blah, 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 blah. And this one woman said, wait, I'm not one of the 5. And, you know, I feel like I need to stand up for myself. I really did an amazing job. I mean, I have a performing arts degree. I mean, I know. And all the girlfriends around me was saying that I did a very good job. And I think I had the best performance there. Why am I not one of your hirees? Why did I not get the job? And the man simply said, it wasn't the performance that we were looking at. We were looking at those in the audience as you performed. The women that were cheering each other on were the ones that got the job. You know, in the darkness, it's okay if your girlfriend, sales director, or sister consultant, or whoever it might be, is going faster, farther than you. Cheer her on. It's about the first impression. It's about what you bring into your business, and it's the integrity you have that will make the difference in who the Mary Kay is for you and your company. And we want to be excited for each other. When there's a great success, when there's a new team member, when there's a new Cadillac, when there's a new unit, $1 million, whatever it might be, that's good for us. I want that to happen. And don't play into, oh, well, I have a really saturated market. There's not a lot of people in Mary. I mean, there's too many people in my area, my community. That is a good thing. I moved from Georgia where there was little amount of, in my specific area, there was a lot, not a high number of consultants. And, you know, I became a sales director and got my car out there, but I never did Queen's Court of Sales when I got there. Then I moved to California where my husband got stationed next. And there was a ton of sales consultants. And you know what, that was the very first year I went in on Target and got my first diamond ring for Queen's Court of Sales. And the reason that was that there was an oversaturation of Mary Kay. And there is never too much Mary Kay consultants. In fact, you know when you go to a hotel on every single floor there's a Coke machine, it doesn't mean that you're less likely to get a Coke, right? It means you're more likely to get a Coke because you constantly see it everywhere you go. So be excited about getting new team members. Be excited and cheer each other on to success. Be the brand champion because that's what we are. We have to be all in. And even if you don't have a lot of money to get a fantastic wardrobe, it's okay. Like I said, you know, sales directors, we wear the same exact thing. I wore this yesterday. right? Except for